Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buffaloes offense will have the first possession of the game. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Powers through the defender. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going over the top. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in a hurry up. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Buffaloes decide to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole.
Looking deep down the right side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on them throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Johnson wants to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks the tackle. Oh, it's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Hey, that's a live ball. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. 2nd down coming up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. 1st down here for the offense. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Now on 2nd down. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Motion from the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Fires to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. On the move, it's Lockett. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Excellent field position here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The free safety timed his rush perfectly on the blitz, and they come up with the sack.
Yeah, and the free safety usually stays deep and plays coverage, plays in the middle of the field, but they spin him down, bring him in a blitz. You can tell, caught the offense off guard, and he gets the quarterback and gets the sack.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Johnson wants to throw it. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Russell. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the Buffaloes have a 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Getting some heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Johnson looking to throw. This time it's complete.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Shakes off the tackler.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Grab near the sticks, it's Edwards. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let it go. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Running back searching for a hole. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. They'll run the screen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. With the catch, it's Miller. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Buffaloes are in the red zone. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man down the middle. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Flips it out in the flat. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. They go to the ground. Keeps the legs moving. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Johnson wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's White. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. And it'll be down right there. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury tent.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Pocket starts to collapse. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26.
Neutrals on your defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. You might not know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Johnson looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Shakes off the defender. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line gets set. 1st down. The aerial assault continues. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Kansas State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will go to work for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
And this just such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
Right back to the well. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Line getting set on 2nd down. out of the gun. The inside handoff, looking for a crease.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On third down, he drops to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up third and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's third and forever like that, I'm thinking pass. So great job slipping the run in there. Running back now putting them in a better position. But defensively, I still got him in third and long, still in a good situation here.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
The Wildcats are marching down the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He's going to run it. Pulls his way forward. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Fullback's got it. And he gets it out past the sticks. It'll be first down for Kansas State.
I'll tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers. And then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and
he'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Keep it on the ground. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the punt team able to smack into the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now.
Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Kansas State! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. So easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it some.
The expressway is wide open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll leave it with him. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Buffaloes are flying down the field.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, you have the run-pass option, and you're not predictable. You can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. The give to the back. Running with power.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Johnson looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lockett. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And that's where they'll have to down it just inside the 50-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Johnson wants to throw it. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He'll start this drive firing. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And they'll down this punt just inside the 40-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
He's going to pass. Grabs it in the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to move it through the air. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off.
Well, things have mostly been going right for this offense in this game so far. That's why they have the lead they have. But that time, a little bit of a mental error. That should have been intercepted. Don't love the decision by the quarterback.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Well, he won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Looking to the big tight end. And the third down pass is incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Snags a quick pass on the left.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He fires a bullet to the right. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Kansas State, 34, Colorado.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bumper.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Offense working from the pistol.
Good enough for a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Nifty little dance step. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on second down.
Brings up second down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Give to the running back. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it. This offense has a second down play. Wide out in motion. They'll run play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 9 over Nevada. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go to the ground. Sweet feet on the move. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, there's a live football. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
On first down, here comes this offense. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Fair catch, called for and made. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Running it back, it's Lockett. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No mas. Get it together.
Finds his man. It's Lockett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, create enough separation to create a positive gain.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Makes a grab enough for the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Deep shot for the end zone, and swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Johnson looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll try it again after the incomplete pass on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Touchdown, Kansas State! And the route is on. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. To the air on 1st down. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. All wideouts, no backs. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
He wants to throw. He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. Looking to throw it again. Moves away as he feels pressure. They stripped it out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Discards a man. Turns it on at midfield. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And he makes the extra point. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, 1st down. To the ground with the back. Runs through the tackle. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Quarterback checking off. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now, a 4th down.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. Touchdown, Kansas State! And the punishment has been extended. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Here's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Yeah, seems about right. Defensive touchdown. Absolute catastrophe for this offense. And they did tack on the extra point. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Coming out with it, it's Hayden. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense.
1st and 10.
He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Taylor wants to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again, 2nd and 10 from the 27.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Not 1, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. And the returner can find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the gun, running back on the move. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The give to the left side. Nice move to keep moving. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Release to the back. Grab near the marker. It's White. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Taylor wants to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. And the ball's free in the backfield. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're trying to get to him. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a gap, it's Edwards. Nice move there. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Kansas State.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so.